Hi everybody, and welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Welcome to the channel. Hey, thank you everyone who's been watching the videos, liking and sharing and commenting, and especially thank you to all the new subscribers who've come into the family. I hope you enjoy what you see me making. This week we're going to be working with Crafters Companion's new collection called the Roaring Twenties. It is a beautiful collection. I've taken a few pieces out of it and I've made a beautiful card. Come on, come see what I've done. So from the Roaring Twenties collection, I just pulled a couple of components out of the collection that we're going to be using to make this card. So I wanted to to show you what I've used. I've used some of this beautiful acetate. It's so pretty. It's almost like construction acetate. So we're going to use a little piece of that acetate. Let me see if I can give you the measurements of what I used. It's about 3.5 inches. Yeah, so it's about 3.5 inches of the acetate. And remember, on this acetate, it does have the little plastic plume. So you do want to pull that off before you apply it to your project. So I used some of the acetate. I used one of the 3 stamps. This one is called Together Forever. And I use my tri-blend markers to do the coloring, which I'll show you in a minute. Some of the dyes are just absolutely wonderful. And this is the Charleston dye. I think everybody's favorite, the Charleston dye. I use the Fancy Feather dye. And I use the cut and embossing folder called Art Deco. And I used a couple of sentiments from the sentiment pack itself. So, and then also obviously some of the paper I used. And I tried my best to use, because the larger pad, honey, you only get 2 sheets of each. So I am so glad I did purchase the printed paper and the linen card. And I got 2 of them, and I'm glad I did. But I tried to use as much of this as I could, and then sparingly. Yeah, so I used paper. With the project, you're gonna need tape and glue. I use some, so basically some tape like this. You'll need this, which is really great for your acetate. And then, depending on what I was doing, I used these 2 sizes of double-sided tape. Also, you'll want to use some gilding wax. And this is the gold. I want to say King Gold. I want to say King Gold, but I don't know. Let's see. I put the name of it for a long time on here, but it's no longer on here. Oh, Empire. I think this is Empire Gold. I'm not sure, but I use gilding wax. And what I did was, and I'm going to kind of show you, I just cut another one out of the embossing folder, and and then I just use the gilding wax to go around the edges. Now I don't want to get my fingers dirty, because I'm going to go ahead and finish up the project, but I wanted to just talk you guys through some of the process that I did do. So I use the gilding wax on this. Okay, so we'll put that to the side. And then you also want to use, you want to get you a piece of mirror paper. And this is not in the pack. This is a different kind of green. It's a little bit darker, but it does kind of complement the paper that I use. And this is going to be where the die is going to sit at inside of the card. So, I mean, if you want to do it exactly how I did it, you want to maybe use this color green vice, using something like that. That's going to be a little too light, because it won't really match with the green and the paper. As you can see, it doesn't really necessarily go well. All right, so we use some mirror paper. Alrighty, and then you definitely want to use, get you some, what do you call those lights? You want some, now you don't have to, but you might want to get some of those lights. So for the light up mechanism of this card, you're going to need a piece of 10 by 6. You're going to score on the long side at 1 inch, 2 inches, at 9, and at 10. Then you're going to take your cutting and embossing folder. In the center, you'll cut that out, and you'll use gilding wax to go around the edge of the frame. You're also going to need a piece of acetate that was in the kit. Your acetate will measure about 3 inches by 6. You need some red liner tape to go around the edges, and then you're going to want to go ahead and place your acetate inside on the inside of the card. Once you've placed your acetate down, this is when you want to have some double-sided tape to place around the frame of the card so that you can adhere your twilight lights. Now I know that's a mess. I know it's a mess. If y'all know of an easier way to do this, somebody please let me know, because this was a little challenging, I have to admit. So once you've got your acetate inside, you've got your lights in the card secured the best that you can, you want to make sure that you have a good portion of the little off and on button pulled out of the card. You don't want all that wire up inside, so make sure that's all pulled out. And after you've done all that, then you want to go ahead and close up the first half of the back of the card as shown here in the video or in the picture. And then now we want to work on cutting out that dancing die, placing it on a piece of metallic or mirror cardstock, whatever you like, however you like it to look. And then you're going to take that and then place it inside of the card, because remember, you put double-sided tape on the back of that entire portion of your card that has the dancing people on that. So remember, you adhere that really, really good to the back of the card, and then you can go ahead and close it totally up. Cut out another piece of 6x4 just to make the back nice and clean, and then your whole light up portion of that card has been complete, and then you can just simply work on the inside of the card. So let's go and finish this card up. So the first thing what I did was I am making a easel card, and the easel card I wanted it to be an easel, but I also wanted it to open up. So I have a lot of moving parts with this card. It's like, Lola, you got a lot going on. So what I did first of all is I just did some matte layering. This is from the 6x6. Is this 6x6? Yeah, by the 6x6 pad. Yeah. Now when you go to the 12x12, this whole thing is big. You know, it's a whole big thing, and you don't get like 4 of these or whatever. It's just a whole big thing. But I used that from the pad, and I just matte and layered it with gold lining. And then I just did half like this, and then this is the other half of the card. Now initially I was going to leave this blank, but then I just didn't like it. I was just going to leave it black, but I just took another piece of paper, put it over top, and then on the inside, as you can see, I used, now again, you only get 2 of them. So anyway, so I use this second one here. So we have 2 here and then 1 here, and this is going to be the page that will be the actual card. Now before I attach this, and what I'm going to be doing is this will be attached to this like this, just like that, okay? And then it will open up. But before I put my major show-stopping light box on this, I think as I am actually talking, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiments on the inside of this card first, so that it won't be so kind of awkward. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put those there, and then oh no, make sure I got this going the way I want it to go first of all. Yeah, okay, so what I've done with my sentiments is that I did, and these are again from the sentiment packs. One, I did this is going to be the stopper, and I did do some embossing and some matte and layering. So that's going to be my stopper. So we put that one to the side. This is going to be the main sentiment inside. I just did some embossing again. Embossing. So that one, I'm actually going to probably, instead of sticking it, because y'all, anybody who knows me, I don't know why I can't just put stuff straight. I just got to always do it like that. So I think for right now, I don't know. I think going sideways would be fun. Let's see. Yeah, and I think instead of putting it down permanently, because I may change my mind. I might change my mind, y'all. I think I'm going to just use a little bit of this temporary tape, and then I'm just going to actually put it crooked for right now, just to see if I want it crooked. You know, at a jaunty angle, as some people call it, like that. Yeah, just something like that for right now. And then the second thing is my couple that I just love. I did a lot of these, and I was torn between the ones that I wanted to use. I used markers and pencils and such. And let me see if I can find them all. And I'm going to use them on different, one, two, let's see, three. I'm going to use them on different projects. So I figured while I was in the mood of coloring and all that kind of stuff, I would just do several, because again, I wasn't too sure which ones I was going to use. Why can't I find them? There's one. I think that's it. All right, so let me show you these. So this is the one I'm definitely want to use because I've already got that all squared away. I absolutely love that. Now what I want to do, but I'm a little nervous about it, I'm telling you the truth. I really want to take a fine liner pen, a black fine liner pen like this, and I want to really trace around, which it just gives it more definition, but I'm so afraid I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm like, you know, Lola, just don't do it, just let it go. But I really think that I really like that one. So I think I'm gonna use that one here. Okay, either that one, so that would go like that. And then let me show you the other ones that I've actually taken time to color out. Here's some other ones. This is kind of like my practice one. I wanted to kind of give them some color, you know, color if you know what I mean. He looks, I don't know, maybe that wasn't the best color for him. And here she is. I love that. That one. And that one. Now I want to find a pen or a pencil to give her a little bit of color. I still want her to look Caucasian or white, but I don't want her to look like paper white. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do that. So I don't want to mess with that quite yet till I get the right color. And then here these guys are. That's that one. And then here's this one. And I regret, the thing I do regret is I was doing something and I got the paper dirty, doggone it. But I regret kind of doing this. And there's no coming back from that. So I'm just going to have to leave it as is. Yeah. So those are those guys. But I think for this card, I'm going to go ahead definitely to use this one right here. So I will probably, instead of making them crooked, I'm going to go ahead and again use some temporary tape, but I'm going to put them down straight, if you know what I mean. So this way, I think I'm just going to, because this is going to be on the left hand side, so I'm going to go ahead and put those guys down. This was quite a bit of little work here. This kind of card you can't, because of the box frame, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, you can't just fold this up andut it in a envelope. You'll definitely have to put it in a box if you're going to mail it. So we'll go ahead and sit this one in like this. Okay, just like that. And again, it is temporary, but at least it's in there. Okay, so this is going to be the card part of the doodad. All right, now next we'll bring this back in, the easel part. Now we're going to talk about this. So now you saw some pictures in advance of how I put this together. For time purposes, I definitely did not want to do this now. I wanted to kind of show you pictures and frames and talk through each portion like I did at the beginning of the video. So now that we have it all set up and all ready to go, the lighting fixture is here, as you can see. I'm going to put some double-sided tape on this. Let's see if we can get it lit up. All right, there we go. Love that. Love it. So I think what I want to do is, oh, you know what I need to do? I apologize. I've got to put these on next to the sides, but I just need to put something on the sides of the box to give it some color, because at first I didn't have anything on there again, and I thought, oh, that's kind of boring, and now it'll match with the paper. It just didn't really look clean. So I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm running out of glue. Ooh, Crafter's Companion. They sell this kind of glue on Amazon, and I just need to launch out in the deep and get it and see how well it does, because it's the same name as Call All. So I'm hoping that it is definitely the same glue. So we're gonna go ahead and put this over here. Now, I'm not gonna worry about really putting anything on top. I don't think I'm gonna put anything on the top, but I do want to cover the edges like that. Okay, and then we'll do the other one. No, oh, here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for subscribing. Those again for subscribing to the channel, and your beautiful comments and all that sweet stuff. All right, now I don't like to use, only because my glue my glue supply is getting limited, so that's why I'm doing the glue like this. And plus I don't want it to spread out, so we'll put this one here. Okay. All right, so we have that there. Now, make sure I got this turned right in the right way. All right, so now here's my card, and I want to be able, now this will fit directly because this is a 4x6 and this is a 6x6, so it's gonna fit flush, pretty much flush to, why is this bulky? It's gonna fit flush to the card, but it's just a matter of getting it centered, going in the right direction, and then getting my beautiful fans like that, and getting those guys in evenly placed behind, but yet protruding out. I love that. Now, I knew before when I was placing this down, there might be a little potential problem. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my card on here like this now. So let me go ahead and take the tape off. And I think I'm going to place the card down. You know, ain't nothing pain, ain't no pain like a pokey tube pain. And I don't know about y'all, but I had poked my, I've hurt myself a couple of good old times with this. Now I could use glue to do this, but I didn't want to do that right now because I know it's going to fit flush. So what I'm going to do is turn this over, and then I'm going to go in this. Oh, wait a minute, Lola. Whoa, girl, don't mess up. Okay, yeah, there we go. And make sure, I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. All right, so there we go. All right, now, and because these are the right sizes, this is the same size, it should fit. I should have had my glasses, y'all. And I want to just make sure that this is flush. There's a little bit left over, but I think it's going to be all right. All right, and then I'm just going to smooth this down. There's a smidget, but you know, call me the uneven mama, honey. Just call it to me. Call me by name, the uneven mama. I don't know. Even with a ruler, I can't get stuff straight. What is wrong with me? All right. So now we have our easel card, and it's pretty heavy. As you can see, it's pretty heavy. So I want to work on my stopper, and I don't necessarily want it to be, I don't think I want it to be like that. I kind of want it to be at a little angle. I'm not too sure, but at least we have that down like this. Now I'm going to turn this around, and I want to go ahead and put this down. I'm going to put glue on this instead of tape because that gives me the mobility that I need. So let's go ahead and put the glue on, line it up. So there's no coming back from this. So wish me luck. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on here. And I want to make sure it's glued really well, so I'm going to definitely make sure that the frame has glue. Oop, oop. There, one off the sides. All right, so we got, okay, now I can just kind of fill in the blanks because I really want this to be able to move. Okay, you're like, Lola, that's enough, girl. Okay, that is enough. It is enough. All right, so here we go. Make sure it's going in the right direction. And I had a time putting these lights in, and hopefully nothing will come apart. I had a hard time keeping the cord in, and I'll talk, I talked about that at the part of the beginning of the video. All right, so let's see if I can. Now I'm gonna stand up because sometimes when you craft, you gotta stand up, Chad. You have to stand up. I want to get this right in the middle. I want to make sure that it's flush. Hold my hand back here. So it's flush to the top. It's flush to the bottom. Okay. And while I have it wet, okay, while it's still wet, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick my feathers in here. Now I'm just double checking. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take a little bit of glue on my finger because I just love having glue on my finger. Actually, I don't. And sometimes this stuff get on here, it'd be like hard to get off. Now I'm going to put a little bit here. Just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this here. Like that. Hold it down. And then I'm going to do the other one as well. And we're almost finished with putting this card together. Okay. I forgot to put a little bit of glue on the other one right there. Stick this in. Come on. Come on. All right, there we go. Come on. Okay. Yeah, what I want to do is make sure we have enough. Look at this. Oh, this one needs to be up a little bit more. Oh, I think that's about it. Yeah. All right, so now we have that there. So let me turn this around so that it's easier for you to see. Pick it up. And we have that like that. Boom, boom, boom. And then the last thing is we put the easel on top. Or we put the stopper. I think that's so cute. But because it's still wet, I'm nervous about opening up the front. Put the easel up. And then when it opens, it'll open like that. Like that. So next, I'm going to turn this around. Because again, I want to make sure this is flush, and it is. And my feathers are on. So I'm going to lift this up. And I want to go ahead and put down my stopper. Okay, we have that like that. And last but not least is to move this under and around and put a piece of double-sided tape right here. Now, the thing about this, if this is a card that you know a person is going to want to keep, you don't really necessarily want to put the double-sided tape here, because once you have those little teeny screwdrivers, all you need to do is pop this open and put another battery in it. So I don't want, and you don't want to necessarily mess up the card by pulling it off. So in this case, what I'm going to actually do is do it this way, and then the little thing is right here, which I'm going to show. I'll hold it up to the camera. So we put that there. And I'm just going to press in. And what I've done is I've flushed it up against, so all they have to do is just, see the little knob? It's flushed right up, and then they can just turn it on and off like that. All right, so that is the project for this week. I hope you liked it, you guys. Let me hold it up one more time. One more time. Here we go. And you open it up. There's the card part. And then what you can do. And then when yeah, there we go. And then it folds down. Okay, great, perfect. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. And have a good weekend. Bye-bye.